Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of the Seercast. Today we will be here talking about the new quest, Missing Presumed Death. And with me today is Orange.
Hello.
Kitten.
Hello.
Robo.
Hello.
Relomia.
So this guy sent for me himself.
Oh god.
Hi Geena. And in the chat today we have Lime, Walter, and Habblet. Lime,
I'm here, I just can't talk most of the time.
Damn it! God. Anyways.
Obligatory.
Why? Just why? Anyways, yeah, so we're here going to be talking about Missing Presumed Death, which is the new quest released earlier this week, developed by Mod Ollie, and features Slisky. Yay. It's safe to say that it was rather good. I think we all enjoyed it, and
I loved it.
We've got a lot to say. But first, I want to mention a couple things about Mod Jack. It seems like he makes his way into every single podcast we have. He actually mentioned us on the Above the Lore that was aired 2 days ago, and then went up on Podbean yesterday. So a big thanks to him for that. Yay! He also mentioned that he will be presenting concept art from the 200th quest, presumably the Elf quest, at RuneFest this year. So,
yeah,
something to look out for.
Elf concept art.
Yeah, yeah, I think we're all looking forward to that. Hopefully it's something good. Hopefully it's Elf. Because even though I don't like the Elf series, we just need that.
Yeah, it's been long enough.
Oh, he also mentioned the sentient flying hoodie in the Above the Lore, so, yeah. Okay, anyways, thanks, Lime. But yeah, so moving into the quest itself, we're gonna start with some of the mechanics of the quest, so mostly talking about the puzzles and the combat. Yeah. I brought 12 lobsters. Yes, lobsters. And, I don't think I got hit enough to use one pre-EOC. So yeah, I think there was supposed to be combat scaling, and it was either broken or it was just not working correctly. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it seemed like just, if anything, it was sort of the same, like, just the life points were raised and the damage output wasn't really changed. So.
Well, yeah, if Walter says only special moves currently get scaled, there were no special moves.
Yeah, nothing really happened.
Yeah, it was kind of dumb. Oh well. The puzzles were interesting. I was really hoping there was a sliding mask puzzle, or a rotating light mask puzzle thing. Yeah. I was really hoping it was the You Mad Bro face. Unfortunately, it was not.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Because that would have been amazing had it been the You Mad Bro face.
Yeah, well still, that'd be like the biggest FU to, like, everybody else, because that's when he killed Gothic, so it's like...
I know, but
okay.
it's not everybody else that's going through these puzzle rooms, it's just us.
Obviously.
We were there.
I know, no shit. But I mean, like, to all the other characters in the class, not us, but... That would just be, I mean, it'd be funny. It's not, I don't mean it as a bad thing at all, that'd be hilarious.
That's something Slisky would do, though.
Exactly.
He's a troll.
Exactly.
It's a fun quest because it is basically Slisky trolling everybody the entire time.
Yeah, exactly.
Lime says, let's be real, Slisky's face is always the You Mad Bro face. Okay.
It's just kind of plastered on. Just at that point, it just doesn't go away.
That's fair. Okay. But yeah, so the puzzles themselves were interesting. They were nice. I like how the last one, they had death as an option, as you're supposed to be, the last puzzle, obviously you're like, oh, we're gonna rescue Death. And then Death was an option to take out of one of the boxes to give to...
What happens
Does he say anything interesting for that?
I can't remember. Walter, I think, knows. I think.
probably die, don't you?
I can't. Yeah, I think it's a simple. You found death.
Congratulations.
No, GTFO, because that's the wrong answer. Yeah.
Give you death.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was wondering if during that dialogue, because this is for the final puzzle. I don't know whether it's a third or not. Is it a third? Doesn't matter. It was for the last one, where the mask statue face thing was telling us, like, if you finish the puzzles, I'll give you death. And I was like, shouldn't the character be kind of worried?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that he's not gonna just be like, lol, whack, and just kill you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, like, when the shadow showed up, or it was just his silhouette, before the light went on it, I got trolled by that.
I right-click examined it.
I got somewhat trolled by it.
Yeah, I remember saying, "Oh, hi, Death," and I examined it, like, well, at least I think it's Death.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Oh well.
I was like, I'm highly doubting this is Death, but, hi?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was interesting. Like, there's another instance of Slisky trolling us, as he does the entire time.
Yeah.
On a similar note, I do want to mention I'm gonna actually go out of order a little bit. Gonna mention that the humor within the quest was great, especially regarding, the Geena in the quest, aka Relomia, and the mask.
She's just stuck there.
Oh my god. What was her examine text? It was like, someone's not going anywhere. Or, yes.
She's a little stuck.
Oh man.
How'd she even get there?
I don't, like...
Probably got teleported there. And
Slisky probably teleported her because, like,
I
just
forgot my
lols.
runes. Can't get off.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of her dialogue, we couldn't actually directly talk to her, but her dialogue that showed over her head was great. Like,
I would like to say right now that every single line was something I was thinking at some point during the quest before seeing her.
We can run through a couple of these. Actually, Geena, why don't you read off a couple of these?
Okay, let me go. Where are they?
They're in the middle of the
missing
thread.
presumed Geena. I want to see Slisky. First line I saw. It's like, yes, me too. I know exactly what you're thinking. I was invited, honestly. I thought that when I went up in the box with Iclarin, said, so does this count as an invitation?
Yes.
I just spammed at the barrels and I was like, apparently not.
Spam.
Have you seen him? No, have you? Well, hopefully he shows up soon. He sent for me himself, like I said at the beginning of this podcast.
Oh man.
I knew he wanted me to be there.
It's just, Relomia is such a hilarious character, because it's such a fangirl.
Yeah.
But, like, we don't even know if Slisky's a god at this point. Like,
yeah, she's just like exactly what you said when we were talking about emissaries of who knows how many podcasts ago. It's like, she's just there saying, go Slisky! Slisky, whatever.
Okay, Geena, go.
Okay, yeah. Did he mention me? Well, I'd like to run over to her right now and say absolutely yes.
Yes.
I can't die.
What did he say about her explicitly? It was like, she's a bit needy at times, or something like that.
I've got the exact line, I put it down somewhere.
Oh man, where is it?
I don't know, like, I can't even remember which chat. Not that line.
No, the one that Lime is saying is the best one.
Yeah, but yeah. So, yeah, I guess I'll comment on that first. Is Slisky wearing anything new? I'm just like, I wonder if Jagex updated him.
Oh man. But then he says, later on.
I'm just like, I'm an NPC in game and it's amazing.
But then he says later on, you didn't notice I dressed up for you, Zamorak. Like, oh my god. Like, this it's just too good.
Okay,
Yeah.
now, as someone wants to read this line.
Oh God. Okay, yeah, it's Slisky says, but of course, my great votary, Relomia just won't shut up about you. Lovely girl, if a touch needy. And that's, speaking of course, about Relomia. Like, it's, oh man. Like,
So good!
yes. But yeah, so that stuff, and then the masks, oh my god, like, some of the mask dialogue is hilarious too.
You're
Yeah.
almost there. Using a guide, aren't you?
You must be using a guide.
Yeah.
It's like,
Are you
yeah.
Slisky's not here right now. Please leave a message.
And even just simple stuff like, are you sure that's the right way? It's like, you morons!
There's no shame in
Today's
giving
was
up.
aimed at novices.
Jesus.
Don't get too close to the edge.
Oh my god.
There's no shame in giving up.
It's so great. It's just a shame that those weren't voiced. Like, they couldn't be voiced into the background. Like,
Yeah.
the ambient music of it. Because that would have just been like, oh my god. Because
Yeah.
that room was kind of silly to begin with. It had the Barrows brothers note that I assume will be updated when it comes out?
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll talk about that a little bit more later, but the note that nobody got because it was hidden in one of 50 supply boxes that were all the same except for that one. Hey.
Yeah.
Even Geena didn't get it, and Gina's notorious for spam clicking everything.
Yeah, it's just that point where you put so much of the same thing that you just decide it's a maze, you just gotta go through it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I mean, I clicked the first 4 or 5 of them and then was like, they're all the same. Why is it even here?
Slisky's like so totally happy you came to his party.
I ran past the masks over and over just to grab those lines because I thought they'd disappear or something.
Yeah,
then they
you
didn't.
can get them after the quest. Because of the,
so
you
why
can go back
can't
to
I
that room.
keep that one box?
Oh, because Jagex. Ollie, please. But yeah,
That's my request. Just give me that box, man.
yeah, just give us that note.
Oh yeah, I like how he's going to be making the inside of the citadel accessible.
I just realized, speaking of
Oh
notes,
yeah.
during the investigation you could find a note sent to someone signed with a big S. And
Yeah.
apparently, if you show it to that Sarah noob monk, he takes it away from you.
Really?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Just
Because-
like
yeah.
evidence.
Yeah, he took
So-
mine.
Yeah.
He didn't
He
take
takes
mine.
everything. He takes the amulet that you find. Basically, anything that you end up picking up, if you go back to him for it, he'll take it all.
Samwell is kind of suspicious. I agree.
Yeah.
I was very tempted to click Samwell is the one that killed them a couple times, but I didn't.
I just decided to give him all the most unlikely answers ever.
Oh god.
Tyrus. Like,
King
why
Tyrus.
Tyrus?
Yeah, why was King
Yeah.
Tyrus involved? Like that was I was streaming my quest run through. It's on my Twitch. And I was chatting with Walter at the same time, who was watching, and I was like, what the hell is King Tyrus doing here? Didn't we kill him? Like,
The funny thing is, you can only use him after you've killed him.
I don't get it. Like, what?
Yeah, it's just adds to the troll factor of the entire quest.
Yeah, and then Habblet, and there was actually an argument earlier on in the chat where it was like, do we actually know if we killed him? And then Lime got all pissy because Lime. Good job, Lime.
K-Lime.
But yeah, I can only say that because he's in the chat. Yeah, we blew up the tent, but we don't know whether he was actually in the tent, although he was supposed to be in the tent. Unless
That's
there
a
was
pretty
Slisky
bad-
Troll. Yes.
It's a pretty bad way to die, really, like burning him alive.
Well,
It's cruel.
yeah, well, I mean, that's not exactly the most, happy quest ever. That entire quest is just like, ugh.
Yeah.
I didn't like any of the elf quests. they all have some kind of aspect to it, which is just like, this is really annoying.
Like I can't even go back to the Within the Light area because it's so stupidly complicated.
Yeah. Well, I didn't like, starting with even the Underground Pass, which is kind of a prerequisite, although it's not technically elf. I couldn't stand Underground Pass quest.
Oh my god, yeah.
I will just hold down my spam.
I don't remember Plague City. Plague City is so early. I
remember I just ran through it for the teleport.
Yeah.
Plague City and Biohazard are pretty cool.
Biohazard was sort of interesting.
Those two I don't consider elf quests, even though they're part of that. They're part of the line that is the precursor to the elf quest, and yeah, I know we're off topic. Whatever.
For an old quest, they're pretty good. I mean, compared to the other old quests, the dialogue in the
But yeah, then after that, Roving Elves too short. I can't even remember Morning's End Part 1. Morning's End Part 2. Oh my god, that puzzle pissed me off.
There was Sheep Herder.
Ball Sheep
Morning's
Herder.
End Part 1 is where you shoot the sheep or something.
Yeah, basically. That poison
gun.
Okay. Oh, the fixed device?
Yeah.
The AK, the grenade launcher.
Yep.
And then Within the Light, I think that was the best of the bunch for me, but still. Aside from dying and losing all my crap. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we're off topic, and we're gonna move back into topic. I think Kitten wants to spam about Samwell.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to mention a little bit with the dialogue, because kind of back to when the Ascension dungeon was released, remember when you look at your character while they're talking, their emotes kind of going on?
Oh, yeah.
If you consistently, well, I don't know if it's if you do, but I chose Slisky as the culprit both times, and if you choose it again, you say that you're sure your character, like, pounds their fist into their hand, and there's a few other random emotes. And this is the thing about Samwell, when it's so funny at the end, I don't know if it's a result of always choosing Slisky, but at the end he's just like, so has this Slisky fellow been brought to justice? And it's just like, you have no idea what just happened.
Oh man.
Oh, he says that regardless of which option.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, 'cause I wasn't sure if it was like you had to say it, but I know when King Itchy and just starts talking about it.
Yeah, I think when McLaren shows up, I think it's pretty clear that it's Slisky that did it, regardless of whether you said it or not. I know that the first time I went through, the first time he asked, well, who do you think it was? I didn't say
freaking
Slisky.
Elves.
Yeah, I said the elf because
freaking elves.
The second time through, I did say Slisky, but and then after that, after he came back, he was like, "So, did you bring him to justice?" And we were like,
"Yeah, it's just like you don't even know, man."
Yeah, you don't even know.
There was one thing about that actually. I remember he was saying, "Hey, you were right all along." So you mean it was King Tyrus? Like, what are you talking about?
Oh god.
Oh, it was King Tyrus. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, that kind of leads us into talking about Eclairin. This is the first time we've seen him in content for years. Since Eclairin's little helper, and I don't think he was really even in that. He was awesome. Like, I loved the voice, I loved his looking, I loved it, just like, oh my god.
I liked his personality a lot. He's a lot cooler than I was expecting him to be.
Yeah.
I thought we were enemies, but he was that great.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, and then, yeah, because the first half of the quest pretty much revolved around Eclairin.
There's something I got to point out about Eclairin. Someone posted on the forums, I realized it. You know when the Dragonkin got loose and Death is still trapped and he gave you the key?
Yep.
That one Dragonkin made all of the other gods in the room that are a lot powerful than Eclairin teleport, yet the weakest god that came into the room that was getting picked on by all the other ones was the only one that stayed to defend the player while we got Death. All the other ones just teleported. Because
the gods are noobs.
I didn't care if Death died. I was like, oh, I just want to stay alive. I don't care if he dies. Nope. Eclairin, the weakest picked on, is the one that stays. So yeah. There's a lot of respect for that.
Because he's a boss. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Yeah, I really liked, because you can ask him about a mascot during the quest, and I think it was kind of interesting because he's kind of just like, give her a second chance. Like, I promise you she's not terrible. Like, yeah, shit happened, but
she can be redeemed.
Be nice. Yeah, it's like, please be nice to her.
Yeah, I think the exact quote is, my sister has gone mad mortal. She summons creatures to devour the souls I strive to protect. I cannot help while her beasts relentlessly harry me in the underworld. My task too important and the stakes too high. I teeter on the brink of failure, but you can succeed. I believe she can be saved. Redeem her, adventurer, you must.
Yeah.
So yeah, he kind of blames himself for it, but it's like, it's interesting, and I want to see more about it, and it's pretty clear that that's going to be a future story, whether storyline, story plot, device, thing, story, yeah. Habblet says Slisky corrupted Amescut. Okay.
The only other time it's referenced that she could be redempted is by Sunlighten at the end of Do No Evil, I think.
Oh, Do No Evil.
Maybe. I can't even remember the ending of that.
I just remember evil monkeys in that quest, that's it.
I mean, I remember a large part of it, but I don't actually remember hardly anything about Amescut in there. I know it was there, but I just don't remember. Amescut is one of the countless Gothixians doing the world wakes. Okay.
Habblet, please.
Slisky did corrupt her, because Amescut couldn't take the trolling too well. So she was driven insane due to the Majorat. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Okay, anyways. But yeah, so Iclaren is a very cool character. I really am glad that he's explored a little bit more in this one, and I want to see more stuff from him, and I'm sure he will be, because it seems like he's a key part of this quest series.
Alright, I'm going to speak up once more, just for this, because it's really important. Ollie, can I please have Pantheon Emissary?
Yeah, you've been wanting that, the Desert Pantheon. Give it an emissary. I mean, honestly, if Slisky has one, the Pantheon should as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an easy solution. Just drop one in Al-Kharid.
Yeah, it's only fair.
Yeah, for the Pantheon. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and move on a little bit more. One thing that was really cool about the quest is that all of the gods, all the Majorat save Khazard, and most of the, all the generals, or previous generals, I guess, were there. Now, Khazard wasn't there for me.
Really?
No, Khazard was not. No, he wasn't.
You got Haziel.
I have Haziel.
If you revive Haziel, Haziel's there. If you don't, it's Khazard.
Yeah, Khazard wasn't there for me. He was slacking even more than he already has been.
No, he's just like, he gave up or something. He's like, we're good.
I fail at life!
Exactly.
Your dog can't help you now.
He didn't even manage a hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's just there. Just being sad.
I'm gonna need somebody to find that screenshot for me that your dog can't help you now. But yeah, all of them were there. So there's two Armadillian God Wars dungeon people. You have Krill, you have Grardor, you have Zilly, you have random freaking elf.
Yeah.
And then all of the Majorat, and they all say something, and they all have interesting things to say. Zilly and Ilfine have an argument thanks to Slisky's actions. And then after, even if you go and try and clear it up, Zilliana says, "It is not the truth until Saradomin decrees it so."
That was
Just yeah. I can't even. No.
She gets a face desk from that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Praise Sarah Derp.
Oh god.
That's what I meant about.
Didn't the, I know there was, like, some piece of dialogue with the two, Armadillo generals where it was kind of like, I think they said something like Armadillo was getting his forces back together to return, and I was like, okay, second world event.
Yeah.
Happening.
Well, I mean, we know that Armadillo was in the quest. Like, was any of us actually expecting Armadillo to, like, be there?
I wasn't actually expecting to be there. But
I didn't either. And it makes sense why he was there. Is like, Slisky decides to take over the Empyrean Citadel, which was his seat of power, and he's like, bitch, please, no.
Yeah.
And comes to defend it, but Lime didn't expect the Bandos robot thingy either.
He's not even mad.
He's not even
He
mad.
doesn't even remember what you did. Apparently.
Oh, whatever works. But
The
yeah,
walking, like, dwarven, armor
the
suit,
Dwarven
whatever that
War
is.
suit. The Dwarven Bandos suit.
he's
Yeah.
just trying to forget that moment in his life.
It's his midlife crisis. But yeah, I think it was Giran that was. Khaleesi's the one that's like brainwashed for Armadillo, and then Giran's like, wait, but he already left us once. So I want to make sure that he's committed this time and isn't going to leave us again. So just seeing the doubt in the followers really kind of makes the followers seem real, as opposed to Aziliana.
Yes, they're everything you want. Okay, I'm done.
It is not the truth until Sarah Doman says it is so.
I can't even say such lines.
Table flip.
Yeah.
Yeah, their voices, I did not like the voice of, I can't even remember what the name was. It's the 180 Anzi, it's not Giran, it's...
Oh, it's, I know,
Kalissa?
Flight, what's, like, Kalissa?
that one. I think I just said it, and I've immediately forgotten it.
You
Yeah.
Kalissa,
Yeah, you
yes,
did.
it's in the thread, it's Kalissa. Yes, Lime, say one thing.
I was like, hold on a second. Is that the actual voice? Okay.
Walter has a noted hatred of the Dragonkin.
Yep.
A noted hatred. Oh
Will
my
we get
God.
to that later?
We'll get to that later. It is worth mentioning that the Dragonkin voicing was kind of strange. Also, Wahasito and Azanadra should have been switched. Their voices should be
Agreed.
switched. But
Yeah, I do agree on that.
Yeah, I expected that.
it's just like, Azanadra is the one that sounds younger, and Wahasito sounds older, and that's not how they're portrayed, and that's not how they talk. It works the other way around, but it's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
And which was the, Majra, was it Anakra or Octanakos with, voice acting?
It was an Akra. Octanakos
Yeah, 'cause-
says nothing.
Yeah, whichever one, they just sounded like a robot. That, like, their voice kind of pissed me off. That's really the only one that I ended up truly hating, but...
I was fine with that. Google Translator voices in Akra. Thank you, Habblet.
I've never actually heard the Google Translate voice.
I've never heard it either. But yeah, so that's that. That's a little bit off topic, but I did want to talk about the voicing as well. What did you think about Slisky's voice?
Could use a
Oh, I love
Kleenex.
his voice.
It needs a Kleenex.
Please cast for Vita.
I like fit him perfectly. Like,
Yeah.
think
I'm
everything
just
else-
happy that they left some bits of it in the post-quest material so I can listen to it whenever I want.
Oh god. It was fitting for him. Yeah, Habblet says it was fitting for him, but I don't like that type of voice. And
Yeah.
that said, the voice actor did well. I'll agree and disagree. I mean, I can't disagree about you not liking that type of voice, but I mean, it was the troll voice. Like, it really was.
Yeah.
I could just see that voice being like, "You mad, bro?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Claren's voice is amazing. Yes.
Because now, like, all the troll lines, now I'm just hearing it in Slisky's voice.
Yes. Oh man. But yeah, Slisky's not supposed to be a likable character, but he is likable because he's a troll.
Yeah.
It's like one of those, like he's trolling the gods. And if you don't like the gods, then you have no choice but to like him. Like he's not supposed to be likable, but he is.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't even know how to put it just in terms of like what kind of character that would be, but he's like the biggest like anti-everything.
He's like an
just
anti-hero.
Yeah.
Like it's Slisky is a piece of work. We'll just
piece of
leave it
work.
at that. Yes, a very wonderful piece of work. But yeah, so
Yeah, especially like his entrance too. It's like, big shadow. He just comes out super small and just pops it away.
yeah, oh yeah, it was like a hand puppet almost, like a hand puppet on the wall, and then
Yeah.
hi guys.
Yeah, he just pops right in, stands up.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to stop myself from running off and rewatching that right now.
Oh, man. Wait till we're done, Gina. Is there anything that we want to mention about the gods and their dialogue? Because there's a lot of it, but a lot of it is stuff that we already knew.
Well,
Brassica had none.
Brassica
Okay.
can go die.
I liked how Zamrak was talking about the Dawn incident. Like,
Yeah.
it just seems to put him in a better favor. It's like, I'm not responsible for actions. I don't know. It just seems fair to.
Yeah, all the recent happenings did get discussed. Pretty much. Yeah, all of them did, because they talked about Battle of Lumbridge, what you did in The World Wakes. They talked about the death of Chivalry and other stuff. Lime remembers a thing, but he doesn't know what the thing was. K-Lime.
Well, that is one thing.
Yes.
Armadillo and Iclarum were like the only like non-arrogant.
Oh yeah,
people.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I really
the only-
liked Armadillo.
The only thing that Armadillo said that was like slightly arrogant was that part where he's like, "Well, step that."
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that was my
Staff
staff.
like-
belongs to me."
it's got my name on it, so it's my staff.
Yeah.
Something like
But-
that.
And even then, he did make the orb port, and he did add all the embellishments. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess it could be his more than anyone else's,
Yeah.
except for the Elder Gods.
Yeah. Armadillo does say at some point that it's worth mentioning. He's talking to Saradomin. Need I remember of how they obliterated the? Oh no, not Saradomin. He was talking to Slisky about the Dragonkin. Need I remind you of how they obliterated the planet Ketsi near my homeworld? You'll be just one more to suffer the consequences. And it's kind of interesting that we now know that Ketsi is near Abina.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised. Like, I kind of felt like an idiot because it was like, oh my god, how like Ketsi being a planet, like how.
It is
What?
hard to imagine that. Like,
Yeah, it's
But
just like, wow.
I've always imagined those planets.
I mean, it's just a matter of, it's just a matter of the way you're thinking about planes, where it's the Kedzian plane, and now we know that a plane is a planet. So it's like, yeah. So all the things that we have to think of as that we've thought of in one light, because plane and planet, that T at the end makes all the difference in the world with regards to perception.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's. Do we think that that the proximity to one another might actually play a role in the Armadillian series? I think we're getting
it could.
rite of passage next month, but
It would be cool if they could actually put that in like the skyboxes or something.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
would
a
be
little
interesting.
dot in the distance.
I'd love to see eventually like a plant, like a universe, the RuneScape universe thing.
Yeah, like a map or something.
Yeah, like a cosmic map of some variety. But yeah, Walter says Krill will totally use his new general position, his new position status. I know you would mean his new general. Krill is now a general, so to order the two worlds fused, since he is definitely in control of both Abina and Kevzi, despite having never set foot on either. Lime says he will be soon. Okay.
Soon.
Soon. Relatively soon. Trademark.
Armadale won't mind.
Armadale won't mind. But yeah, so that, I guess it's worth mentioning, we just did, but because the Majorat were not at the Battle of Lumbridge, Zamorak's like, you guys suck, and promoted Krill to be a general over the Majorat, and the Majorat didn't exactly take that kindly, but
Especially in Nagra.
I can see the reason for them doing that, though, story-wise, because, like, they've always been antagonists in quests, and now that you can be Zamorakian, well, it would be kind of difficult to have them involved in quests if one side wants to be on their side and the other side doesn't. So, if they aren't Zamorakian anymore, they can always be the antagonists, even if you are Zamorakian.
yeah. Zamorak is denouncing the Majorat for being self-centered. Yes, Slime.
Isn't that kind of like what he does, though?
Yeah, probably. I didn't actually forget that last word, Lime. Okay. But yeah, there was one other thing I wanted to mention about the gods. Oh, we do, before we move past this, Zemrigal's access denied. Oh my god. It was probably one of the best parts of the quest, where
Yes.
Slisky's having his own little room, is in his room, and Zemrigal decides that he wants in. And
Starts shouting.
he starts yelling at the Barrows brothers. The Barrows Whites, I should say. And then he's like, screw this, I'm just gonna force my way in. And the Barrows brothers are like, lol, nope.
And he lands flat on his back.
Oh my god, it's so good. Access denied. But yeah, it just kind of shows, like, Slisky's a little bit more powerful than you guys. Yeah.
And what Lime said, Zemrigal is only slightly less of a failure than Khazard.
Yeah. Khazard wasn't even in my quest. Hazil was. I liked what Karshai had to say, though, before we move on. I liked what he had to say. It's that continuing neutrality kind of argument. Khazard left as soon as the adventurer logged in. I guess he didn't want to get his ass handed to him again.
Yeah.
He just jumped off.
He just jumped.
It's like, I'm done, guys. I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. And everyone just kind of stares like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, as soon as the adventurer publicly handed it him his ass again. But yeah, then, anything else anybody wants to say about the gods or the Majorat?
Let's see.
I mean, Karshai, I liked what Karshai had to say, but a lot of what he has to say has already been said, so.
Oh, I think it'll be easier for him to get neutrality going now that Zamorak announced them.
I guess. Apparently Xeros was the purple light in the room. In the, what's it called? In the meeting room where Slisky was gathered everybody. Apparently Xeros was the purple light. I didn't quite get that in the quest, but yeah, the purple light over his podium. So
Yeah,
he was listening.
Yep. He was recording the whole thing.
He was phoning it in.
Yeah.
Yep.
What? Okay, anyways. But yeah, so I think that pretty much covers what we want to cover about the Majorat and the gods, with the exception of Slisky. And so now I raise the question, is Slisky a god? Go.
We need to talk about Marimbo first.
We're talking about Marimbo in a bit.
Well, I still think Slisky is.
As Relomia, I have to say yes, but as
Well,
myself, I don't want to say it.
it's,
I think
Probably
he
not.
is.
well,
think
it
he
doesn't
is, 'cause
matter
I'm-
whether there's an ascendancy today. He could very well already have the power necessary, but it's like, I don't even know, like he has the stone, or he claims to have the stone. He has the Staff of Armadil. He killed Guthix, and he, like, I don't know. It's so hard to say.
Yeah, now it's just like shit hitting the fan again and again and again.
Yeah, well, at this point I think that's what he wants, because
Yeah.
he's Slisky.
Yeah.
I think he is a god, but I think he doesn't want to reveal it for two reasons. Two, because it is really fun having them all guess, but the first reason is because, well, he just had a competition about killing gods.
He doesn't want to be a god. He doesn't
fact
want to
that he
publicly declare himself a god, and
Yeah,
then
he's not
say,
a target.
oh, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the fact that he's not publicly announcing his god means he's not really a kill for the contest. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, they're probably going to kill him anyway, but
Yes.
even still.
I mean, but he's one of those, like, he wouldn't be found. Like, he could go and hide for the entire contest and be like, lol, 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 and come out unscathed.
Yeah.
And hell, he could probably log a kill himself, because he just kind of hangs out in the Shadow Realm.
Yeah. The only reason I don't think he might be a god, the only reason is because of the revelation in the Underworld book where it says when you ascend to godhood, you give up the right for an afterlife.
Yeah, they did mention that in the
related?
Book of the Underworld.
That's the only reason why I think he might not want to be. Other than that, I really see no reason why he wouldn't.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
it
don't
doesn't
know. I
mean-
think it's all part of his game. He doesn't. But I never. Yeah. Go on.
Oh, it doesn't mean if he is a god, it doesn't mean he's going to stop following Xeris or anything. It doesn't mean he's going to go on his own and he is the god. So it's really irrelevant.
Well, I mean, on a similar note, though, as an Adra after the quest is like, we don't trust him anymore. Like, we don't even trust that he follows Zeros at this point. Like, yeah, we don't. It's just one of those, like, yeah.
We just don't know.
I like Von Vaz and Adra's lines. He's like, I don't want to bet my chances on his loyalty. And he's like, oh yeah, so now I know why I don't like Xeris.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's just that question, that Slisky as a god question, is going to come up again and again and again and again and again, and I feel like they're going to keep trolling us. He's going to keep trolling us about it.
And they're gonna keep accidentally revealing one way or the
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Before Osborne. They promised to say
all
it soon. Wasn't it
Soon.
quote unquote relatively soon?
What is soon?
Exactly. Oh yeah, it's also worth mentioning that Slisky got the staff by taunting Strissath into going into the Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
And he was carrying the Staff of Armadil when he went into the Shadow Realm. Like,
We just
Yeah,
got
it's just-
lured.
what?
Yeah.
Other than
Yeah,
killing
you should
gods,
care.
Habblet says, so we have a hint at what the staff's function is, aside from killing gods.
It's just like, dumb Dragonkin is dumb.
Yeah.
Slisky should get banned. Luring is against the rules.
Let me
Yeah,
find
for luring, scamming.
the...
You know.
Have his staff.
Let me
Yeah.
find the dialogue here. Okay, it's right here. The player asks, how did you capture a creature as powerful as the Dragonkin? Slisky says, a good magician never reveals his secrets, does he? Fortunately for you, I'm not a magician. I laughed so hard at that line.
Yeah.
I was like, yes!
Yeah.
It was really quite trivial. Turns out the Dragonkin are a remarkably predictable race. I was hoping for more of a challenge. Stritsath cuts in, says, I will destroy you, false user. Slisky goes on, says, you can see how angry it makes him, can't you? Destroy the false user. It's highly amusing, actually. Anyway, I simply lured pure Stritsath into the Shadow Realm. In he charged, screaming like a big scaly baby. Then before he knew it, trapped. Nowhere to run. And then he goes on a little bit later and says, Stritsath was unlucky enough to be guarding the staff. He couldn't have left it unattended now, could he? Haha, I could hardly believe it myself. Into the Shadow Realm he comes carrying none other than the staff of Armadillo itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Just like, it's just like a comedy of errors at this point. And we lost Robo, I think. Maybe he'll be back. And then he burninates the entire throne room. Yeah. Before we get to that, actually, it doesn't really matter. I think we can talk about that after this, but, I do want to mention one more thing specifically. So Slisky puts forth a contest where it's basically the most gods killed. The god who kills the most wins. And
Did they specifically say the god who kills the most?
No, but it's implied.
That changes everything up right there.
I mean,
whoever kills the most gods.
It's whoever kills the most gods, yes. Yeah, so, I mean, but it's like, by the fact that all the gods are there and he's explaining it to the gods themselves, it's kind of implied, I guess, that it is gonna be God versus God. I like how it sets up the world events, but what do you guys think about that? This contest.
Well, to me it would just seem a little bit odd if everyone just suddenly said, okay, sure, whatever, let's do it. But aside from Bandos.
Yeah, well, Bandos is like, yes, combat!
Yeah, it's like, I love you, I actually kinda like this plan. But,
Yes.
yeah, it'd be kinda, I don't know, it'd be really interesting to kinda see, like, a whole argument over should we do this, should we not be killing each other, like, why should we trust this guy, I don't get it, like,
they don't even know if he technically has
the
Stone of Jas. It's pretty clear that he does, but...
Yeah, that's, I mean... it's sort of the thing, like, it's a little bit almost like a test of the gods to see, like, are they really so, like, conceited and arrogant to be killing each other over stone? Or just the Stone of Jas? Like, should they really be wiping each other out for that? Or will they eventually come to their senses and be like, this guy's an absolute whack job, we probably shouldn't do this?
Yeah, Sarah Doman, for one, was like, this is what, his reaction was, I think was the funniest, because he's just like, no. Yeah. And then it was the stone is not a toy. It's just, oh man. No.
That's pretty much what he sounds like too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can find a reaction image for Bandos.
Oh man. But yeah, I mean, granted, like, the promise of having a Stone of Jas is, like, irresistible for some of the gods, but yeah. I do find it interesting, well, aside from Armadillo saying, this is madness, that's about all he says about all of this. Like, he's, for the most part, staying quiet, and considering that he's potentially in the next world event, yeah. Let me look at this. Yeah, okay. I do find it interesting, though, that Bandos is, that Bandos is the only one that Slisky doesn't lie to get to come.
Yeah.
Basically,
You
yeah.
got to fight. Like, alright.
You get to fight, and Bandos is like, yes!
It's like perfect.
And runs.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was... oh man, it's just like... But the manipulativeness of Slisky. And then they all showed up. It's like hook, line, and sinker.
Yep.
Who gives a... like, who cares what Braska was told to make him show up? Anyways...
How much do you want to bet he just put a cabbage there?
It's
just...
I can see that.
Just like, you know what? Here's a cabbage.
It was not confirmed it's Braska. Braska said nothing. We know Braska has a voice.
Well, there was no exam in text.
The FAQ.
Oh, maybe.
They said that.
Well, still, if it's still sitting there, then Jesus.
Anyways, it's apparently in the QA, frequently asked questions.
Yeah.
I know Braska Prime is a cabbage, but why doesn't he speak in the cutscenes and why can't we talk to him? Monolly says, Braska isn't fazed by the petty squabbles of the other gods. He observes and chuckles to himself in amusement.
It's just a cabbage.
It's a freaking cabbage. Oh my god.
Oh wow.
We need to come up with a term for Braska derps.
Yeah, seriously.
Anyways, yeah. Anyways, we're gonna move on into... Actually, I do want to ask this. What happens if the penguins kill a god?
What?
Oh god.
I love Gina's response, what?
It would be like KGP on steroids after that.
They win the fly ability.
Oh god, flying penguins, flying KG. It's like suddenly all of RuneScape and all of Gielinor will be under like martial law by the penguins.
My God.
We're
They
so
win
fucked.
the fly ability. I think that just makes my day right there.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining the KGP's dead hand.
Oh my god.
We'd be
Like-
so screwed.
The sky will
Like some-
become dark with penguins.
Like this weird dead hand policy that the penguins have somewhere that is based around the Stone of Just.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what if the penguins got the stone too?
Oh my god. I think I believe we would be screwed.
Yeah, it's
We
really,
lose. Life.
Yeah, it's basically like we'd have to just submit to the penguins and hide forever in our clockwork
Isn't that what
suits
we do?
until we
Isn't
get
that what we do
murdered.
normally though?
Wait, what?
Isn't that what we do normally though? We just hide and cower from the penguins?
Basically, but we'd have to be in clockwork suits like 24/7.
Hello, Thorlaw.
Yeah.
Welcome to the near ending of the podcast.
This is the podcast.
Your god can't save you now. Oh man. Everyone with octopus
God,
hats.
God's all dying.
Oh man.
Jeez.
That is too funny. It takes the staff of Penguidil to a whole new level.
Mm-hmm.
Lime has a better one.
Oh. In before, not funny at all.
I know, right? 0 of 10 wouldn't read again.
Yeah.
God damn it, Lime. Why you take so long?
Okay. Just waiting for text to appear.
Yeah. Keep going. Okay, he says keep going.
Yeah, we'll post later. Oh, okay, so then it isn't funny.
Okay. Anyways, there's some other, reveals, I guess we should say, in this quest. I think the one that all of us were like, what? About, is that Marumbo is apparently a goddess.
Yeah. I'm slightly worried.
What?
Oh dear.
Lime says Marumbo equals Atmekan. I'm pretty sure that's not right.
Oh, dear.
That was apparently the old theory. It's proved no. And it just reinforces the theory. I mean, I was just... You learn this if you examine Marimbo's spot in the... Marimbo's podium. Marimbo obviously is not there, but it's just... I just don't even.
Yeah.
And that was like... I don't know what to even think about this. The Elder Goddesses. Marimbo is an Elder Goddess, confirmed. Too many guys, so more girls, I guess. But Marimbo... I mean, I guess if Brassica is a guy, then Marimbo could end up being... I don't know. Like... It doesn't really
Whatever
even
happened.
implicate anything. It's just like, what? But anyways, also we
You
learned...
mentioned the empty Gothics podium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the exact examine text of that? It's gotta be in
Somewhere in
the
my
thread somewhere.
giant screenshot file.
Well, everything's in your giant screenshot pile.
Except the crate.
Except the crate. Yes, the podium says there is a podium for Gothics, but it says, given that Slisky killed Gothics, this podium is just here to illustrate a point. Yeah. Slisky trolling once again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's that. And then also it is now confirmed that Zenaris is the moon of Gilanor. Because the contest ends when Zenaris, there's a total eclipse, a total solar eclipse of Zenaris. Fairies on the moon.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, so I mean there's a lot of interesting things that were revealed that we don't know what the implication of it is yet. The Lunar Clan has the right idea. Well, I hope they make a big cutscene with the eclipse too, but...
Everyone gets black screened. Orange.
Orange, please.
Yeah, that'd be the easy way. Just break everyone's clients, whatever.
It's just suddenly, like connection lost, attempting to reestablish.
Oh my god. What I do have to mention is that Mod Mark said that the 7th Age is going to eventually happen. Is the end of the contest going to be the dawn of the 7th Age?
Uh-oh.
Geena face. There is no concept. And did Majorat sacrifice Khazard out of habit?
Yeah, once they pick up his remains off whatever he landed on when he jumped off the citadel, they'll sacrifice him.
Strange power has occurred. Oh man. But yeah. So, I think that pretty much covers everything. Is there anything else that anybody needs to mention? Or are we doing Stone of Jazz hiding spots? I think that's worth mentioning. Just a quick little thing. The Stone of Jazz was apparently either near Guthix's resting place, under Trollheim, in the Southern Ocean, or beneath the Temple of Lost Ancients.
Or worst place of all.
It was at his doorstep, underneath the barrows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiffany
Just for the
sucks at
record,
hiding
I did not
things.
pick that.
Yeah, for mine it was under Trollheim, which is kind of fitting.
Yeah. Same with me. That's where it was.
And I think all the dialogue for everything but Barrows is the same. For everything under except the Barrows, the dialogue is annoying. It was
Wherever.
hidden beneath the whatever, and to say it wasn't easy to retrieve is putting it mildly.
There might have been a point on the Gothics one saying, well, that was pretty convenient. But I don't remember.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
was
I don't have any
anybody's
transcript or video or anything yet.
Was anybody's near Gothic? Did anybody here have Gothics' resting place?
No, I had Crandor.
Slisky used sailing confirmed. I had Trollheim. Thorla had Trollheim.
I think 3 just happened to be the number under my finger at the moment.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't even know what number I picked. I just picked something. Okay, here it is. Lime has something. If the KGP attack Eleanor.
Oh, God. Your dog can't help you now.
Oh my God. God damn it,
Okay.
Lime.
What is this?
Ugh.
All hail King Itchy.
Oh my God, Lime, please. Can we do one more Geena line? Sure.
Okay, so reading off...
Aha, another loyal follower. Maybe you'll consider taking your rightful place as one of my Barrels brothers.
Oh yes, that's what Slisky says if you choose to support him in the, it's right at the end of the quest, isn't it?
It's the last big choice.
Kinda.
Yeah. I picked Zeros, no, I didn't pick Zeros, I picked Itchy.
Itchy is sensible.
Apparently if you pick Zeros, there's some additional dialogue, I think.
Oh yeah, there's a presence in the room and a chill down your spine.
But yeah.
Yeah.
There's a presence in your room and chill down the spine. Well, anyways. And the quest kind of ends abruptly, but in Before Walter Rage. Yeah, apparently why Cetil has post-quest dialogue if you support Zeros. Why it only has it if you support Zeros?
It's not only, but is there something very specific to Zeros here?
It is only, because I don't have any post-quest dialogue.
You have to
for
go
why
through the
Cetil.
ritual dialogue, it's a bit strange.
Yeah.
Oh, you
It's
do?
just random, it's just put in there.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Okay, bye, Lime. But I think we're pretty much done here, so unless anybody else has anything they want to mention.
Just one quick thing. I liked how, basically all the gods were calling Saradomin out for, not being what he says he is, like all honorable and all that.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
like at the beginning, like when Saradomin was talking to Zamrock about the Wand of Resurrection, and then Zamrock's like, hey, that's not my fault. And Saradomin's all, that may be so, but I will continue to protect my followers from you at all costs. And then Armadil's said, you speak as if you're a benevolent Saradomin, but you do not practice what you preach. And Bandos follows up with, we war, just like me, I see it in your eyes, the lust for glorious battle.
Oh, Bandos.
Which is like pretty good coming from Bandos.
Bandos, it's like the Bandos insult. Bandos smash.
Yeah. Word is Saradomin's popularity just dropped under Bandos.
Yep.
His approval rating has fallen.
Yeah.
I did forget one thing. The Book of the Underworld does mention a lot about, here it is, about death, Iclaren, and Amaskut's role in the Underworld. Where originally, Iclaren and Amaskut were two pillars, I guess, of the Underworld, and then Amaskut went nuts and started trying to devour souls. But, yes, and then Death is the one that transports the souls to the Underworld, or to the stone bridge in the realm of the dead, and then Death literally cuts the tie between the souls and their physical body, then brings them to the bridge of the river. The Numenon, I think. Numenon River. And then, originally it was Iclaren and Amaskut that decided where they were going from there. It was Amoscut's job to reincarnate, and it was Iclaren's job to send them to the afterlife. Correct? I'm reading thread. Yes. But now it is Iclaren stands guard at the gates of the underworld, shepherding the souls through a gauntlet of devourer beasts of his sister's creation, which roam the underworld in packs, searching for souls to consume. So it sounds like a great place. Great place to hang out.
Clearly.
Yeah, the most worthy souls were reincarnated. Also, in some cases, a person's fate may hold great importance to the future of Gielinor, and Death has been tasked to return those chosen few to life, aka the Adventurer, which kind of canonizes Death. Gods give up the right to an afterlife when they ascend. Their energy is instead transferred back into the world upon their death. I think that pretty much covers it. Is there anything else that I need to mention about the Underworld? Is there anything anybody wants to say about the Underworld? No? Okay. I think that does cover everything. Missing Presumed Death, a good quest, and I do want to see more about this kind of stuff in the future. Like, it's this content.
Yeah, it's so fun.
I rated it 150% Geena.
All of the Geena. Yeah, I think we were expecting to visit it at some point, but we did not. Oh well.
Oh yeah.
There are worse things.
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer twice the time at the Empyrean Citadel over half the time at the Empyrean Citadel and half the time in the Underworld. No, there are 3 regions of the Underworld. There's the bridge, there's the river. Okay, where is it? It's separated into 3 regions. On the far bank of the river are the gates. Past the gates is the Underworld, and beyond the Underworld is the Afterlife. I don't know what the Fremennik come from. I do not have any idea.
I just say it's not Gielinor, and some of them do go back to their original.
Yeah.
Nope.
In the frequently asked questions, they said, why do the Fremennik seem to have a different afterlife than the rest of Gielinor? Mod Ollie responds, if you read the Book of the Underworld, Therisk describes that some people go to the Underworld of their home world. The human race wasn't originally from Gielinor, so it's likely the Fremennik returned to the Underworld of their previous planet. Yeah, I don't even know. Geena asked, so how did the potentially dead guy write this? And apparently it was Therisk's dying wish when Death took his soul. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he just wrote it before he died or whatever. Like, just took one day and sat down with Death.
Maybe. I don't know. But anyways, Book of the Underworld is some interesting stuff. The Toe of Slisky? What?
Uh-oh.
Apparently the CC, our clan chat, has said that the Stone of Jas is the Toe of Slisky. What?
The TOS for short.
I've read that terms of service.
Yeah, it's like, no, it's the paperweight of Slisky. God, it just got really weird.
What else is new?
This clan chat.
These people. But anyways, so yeah, I actually think that covers it now. I'm not sure when our next podcast is going to be. It's probably going to be the October lore discussion or whatever, in a week or 2, but I'm not sure. Maybe October BTS or November BTS. It depends on what kind of lore stuff we get in the next couple of weeks. We might be able to combine them into one. Not sure, but anyways, thanks for listening. Stay tuned for future podcasts. go tell friends in game that are interested in this kind of stuff to check us out, because we have been JMod endorsed, perhaps.
Yes. Potentially in some way.
Perhaps.
Mentioned.
Yes, we were mentioned. We were mentioned by Mod Jack. So
we're doing something right.
We're doing something right, and it may just be spamming Mod Jack telling him to listen to us, but it's still something.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, so thanks for listening, and we will see you guys next time.
Yeah, and